Okay. So last time we stopped here. The primary aim or the primary objective of the airline in a hijack situation is safe release of all passenger and crew. They want nobody to be injured, nobody to die. So the safe release of all passenger and crew. Now this is for you to read. I will not ask you a question, but you must know the crew. We tell them if there is a hijacker on board, don't try to resist, don't try to fight, don't try, follow the orders and until the rescue team arrives. Okay, this one again, read, I will not ask you, but this one is very important. Okay, now, Miss Beam.
Yes, teacher.
What is handcuffs and tie? When you make a problem, the police put handcuffs in your hand.
กุญแจมือ
Okay, what?
กุญแจมือ
Kundamun. Okay, on the aircraft we don't have kundamun, we don't have handcuffs. We have something called restraint straps. Restrain means to limit the movement, to stop the movement. So restrain him means keep him steady. He will not be able to move. On the aircraft, we have restraint straps like this one. Now, these are kept in the cockpit, in the flight deck. Okay? We use them on the aircraft like kundamun. Okay? So, how or what are the rules to use the restraint straps? The first thing is captain's permission. Now, if two passengers are fighting or more are fighting and punching each other, we go to the captain. The cabin crew will go to the captain. Captain, there is a big fight. Can we use the restraint straps? If the captain said yes, then we use them. If he said no, we don't use them. Captain decision is final. So we must take captain permission. Even if they are killing each other, punching and making a big problem, but the captain said no means no. So number one, captain's permission. Number two, we restrain the hand behind his back, not at the front. Why? At the front he can still fight, but behind he cannot fight. So restrain the hands behind his back. Number three, don't restrain his legs. Why we don't restrain his legs? Because if there is an emergency, everybody needs to run, jump and slide. If you restrain his legs, he cannot even walk. So that's why he might be late to reach the door and he might die. So that's why we say never restrain his legs. Number four, never restrain him to the seat. Means if I restrain him to the seat, if there is an emergency, he cannot get out of his seat, he will die. So 4 rules for using the restraint straps. Number 1, captain permission. Number 2, restrain his hand behind his back. Number 3, never restrain his legs. Number 4, never restrain him to the seat. So, Ms. Pindao.
Yeah, teacher.
What are the rules for using the restraint strap, teacher?
Have permission.
In Thai, how do you say captain permission in Thai? What is permission?
Anumat. Permission Anumat.
Anumat. So Captain Anumat.
Yes.
Okay, number 2, Miss Pindao.
Restrain passenger hand behind the back.
What is restrain his hand behind his back? How do you say it in Thai?
ห้าม ห้ามปรามห้ามไม่ให้ passenger
Passenger is Buddhisan, right?
yeah teacher ผู้โดยสาร
Behind his back. What is back in Thai?
หลัง
One?
เอ้ยกลับถอยหลังไหม teacher กลับหลังถอยหลัง
I cannot pronounce it. Okay. Number 3.
never restrain his legs
What is never restrain his legs in time is Pandao. Do not restrain his legs. Do not
leg
limit the movement of his legs. How do you say it?
ขา
Ka?
yeah teacher ขา
Only ka? All this only ka? One word?
leg
Leg is ka and never restrain is? Never,
I can't see teacher
never restrain. How do you say never restrain in Thai? Okay, never restrain him to the seat.
นั่ง
You only say one word. Okay,
okay
Miss Pendao, choose someone to repeat.
สายป่าน two teacher
Saipan 2, can you repeat the rules for using the restraint straps?
กัปตัน permission
Okay, number
to return passenger head behind the back
restrain.
restrict
Restrain.
restrain
Because when you say
Why?
return, that means you took his hand and then you're returning it back. Restrain.
sorry teacher
Oh, it's okay. Number 3,
never restrict
restrain.
restrict
Restrain.
retrain
Train.
train
Restrain.
retrain
Not please. Restrain.
retrain
Very good. Okay, carry on.
this leg for never retrain
Very good.
passenger to the seat
See, if you know, believe me, if you train yourself, you can get it. Okay. Mr. Pantu, choose someone to repeat.
king teacher king
King, can you repeat, please? What are the rules for using the restraint straps?
1 Captain permission
Good.
to retain passenger hand behind the back.
Good.
Never retain his leg.
Good.
Never retain passenger to the seat.
Very good. So these are the rules for using the restraint straps. It's exactly like the police is using, if someone is making any problems, they will put the handcuffs to restrain his movement. We have the same. But the only difference is, on the aircraft, we cannot use them without the captain's permission. So the captain is the only one who will give the permission. Next one is media. Media means press. It could be television, it could be radio, it could be newspaper. If all this media is interested in airlines, any problem on the airline, you will find the media running to the company. Okay? I don't want you to read all this. I want you to know one thing for your own good. If the media comes and you are working in an airline, we tell you never release any information. Why? Maybe you say something bad about the company. Like the television will come and say, okay, tell me, how was the trip? Did the company help you? Did they support you? And you keep saying, no, they are not. We were tortured. We were suffering. We had no crew. They were threatening us. The managers, when they hear this, they will get upset. They might terminate you. So the best thing is to let the people responsible talk. Okay? CEO is the big boss. He can talk on behalf of the company or public relations department. Because you might say something bad about the company will not keep you. So we try to avoid being terminated. So, Ms. Nurse,
Yes.
what should be the crew reaction towards media?
Again, please.
What should be the crew reaction towards media? The answer is never release any information. Don't say anything. Okay? If they ask you, say, please contact my public relation manager, please contact my CEO, please, because you might say something, upset one of the managers, you are bye-bye, out of the company. So that's why we say, don't release any information. Okay?
Okay.
Okay, repeat.
Company
Never
don't release
any information.
don't release any information.
Very good. That's the correct answer. Don't release any information means don't say anything. You might say something bad, you will lose your job very easy. You know, sometimes even not in a hijack situation, in a normal situation, they come and talk and you talk, oh, they did not pay our salaries. They did not give us food. We are suffering. This manager hear this, you come back, oh, I'm back, bye-bye. You will find the letter waiting for you, bye-bye letter. So that's why you have to be very careful what you say. Okay. Now, police assistant and baggage. Sometimes passenger come on board, he make a problem, and you get the police, take him away. Now, if this happens, maybe the passenger is making it deliberately on purpose. Why? Maybe he put something on the aircraft and he wants the police to take him away. So if the crew, if any passenger is taken by the police, the crew must do a security check in the area, must make sure that he did not leave anything. How can you make sure? Open the overhead compartment and ask the passenger, any bag belong to anyone? If you do, you find the bag without any owner, offload, take it out. You cannot fly with it. Ground staff will get the bag tag number, the baggage numbers, and check the passenger name, get it from the cargo hold. We cannot fly with bags without a passenger. Okay? So this is the crew reaction towards police or baggage. Any questions? The next one is refusal to comply with instructions from the cabin crew. And we go to Miss Cat. Miss Cat, you know the rule. Passenger must fasten their seatbelt for takeoff and landing, correct?
Correct.
Thank you. Okay, now if you tell the passenger fasten your seatbelt and he said no, what will you do?
Again, please, teacher.
You went to a passenger and you tell him, excuse me, sir, can you fasten your seatbelt, please? And he said no. What will you do? Punch
I
him?
don't know.
Punch him? Boom. Hit him. Beat him. What should you do?
Cool.
Yeah, you are crew and you tell the passenger, excuse me, sir, please fasten your seat belt. And he said, no. What will you do? Smile, good.
No.
Okay,
I don't know.
I will tell you what to do. Now, the first thing is we ask him politely, excuse me, sir, please fasten your seatbelt. He says, no. Excuse me, sir, it is the international rules of flying and the civil aviation requirement that all passengers must fasten their seatbelt. No, that's not me, that's him. So what do you do? Excuse me, sir, if you don't fasten your seatbelt, there might be some action taken. I don't care. When it reaches to I don't care, the crew must inform the captain. Okay? Now the captain has two choices. Offload him, which is the correct choice, or maybe the captain tell you, oh, we are late, I have a party tonight. Don't let him go to hell if he dies, it's his problem. No. It's the crew problem because we said we are, or the crew are on board for safety. So the captain said, yes, he's the captain. Forget it. I will write a report to cover myself. So the action is, first we tell him politely. Second thing, tell him what could happen, that some punishment must be done. Third, inform the captain, but not everything go to the captain. The captain has many problems to fix. He does not want to get another problem with the passenger. So try first politely, tell him what could happen, and then the third thing is inform the captain. Okay, is that clear? Okay, good. Now, the next one is drunken passenger on board. Miss Sapan 1. Where is Miss Sapan 1?
Yeah, teacher.
Miss Sapan 1, if you have a passenger on the aircraft and he's drunk, what is drunk in Thai?
Wow.
His mouth. Okay? So, and he says, Miss Sapan, bring me whiskey now. What will you do?
Okay, teacher.
He's drunk, and he's asking you for more drinks. What will you do?
I don't know.
Okay, obviously you will refuse to serve him, right? He's drunk, starting to act funny. So you refuse to serve him. But if he says, excuse me, I'm a passenger. I pay money like all these passengers. You serve them alcohol, you serve me alcohol. So what do you do? Well, the easy way is to try and do a dilute drink. Dilute drink means little bit of alcohol, too much water. Okay?
Must refill to save him any food turn alcohol and to remove any uncaused alcohol.
and consumed.
unconsumed.
Now, according to you studied food and beverage, right?
Yeah,
And you studied in-flight service, right?
yeah.
Okay, the rule is the passenger cannot drink from his bottle. If I am a passenger, I bought whiskey from the duty free, I'm not allowed to open it and drink. Only drink from the aircraft bar only. Okay? So if someone starts to drink from his bottle, we tell him the rules. Excuse me, sir, international regulations that you cannot open your own bottle. If you want any drinks, please ask. We will serve you from the aircraft bars. If he said, no, I want to drink, you cannot serve. Now, if he cheat and he's helping himself when you are not there, what do? We tell him, excuse me, sir, you have to give me the bottle. I give it to you on arrival. Okay?
Okay.
Are you sure? He cannot drink from his bottle. So I will take his bottle and keep it. When we arrive to his place, give it back to him. If he refused to give it to me, I said, can I have your bottle? And he said, no. Then a big problem. We have to inform the captain. The captain will call the police because he's not supposed to use his bottle. So we tell him first what will happen if he does not hand it over. Okay? And then we inform the captain. But another thing, Ms. Sapan 1, if a passenger, first class passenger, he drink the most expensive whiskey, you know which is the most expensive whiskey? We have Black and White, we have White Horse, we have Johnny Walker, Red Label, we have Black Label, we have Blue Label, we have Jack Daniels. Which is the most expensive, Miss Sapan 1? Most expensive whiskey, which one? Is Black and White expensive, Miss Sapan 1? No. White Horse is expensive, Miss Sapan 1? No.
Whiskey.
Which whiskey is the expensive? Which one? Black Label, Blue Label, Red Label? Which one is the most expensive whiskey?
Blue.
Very good. So the Blue Label is the most expensive one. So a passenger said, he's first class. He said, I only drink Blue Label. We don't have Blue Label in the bar cart. So what do you do?
I don't know.
Okay, the answer is, ask the passenger to take his bottle. Give me the bottle, keep it in the galley. When the passenger wants a drink, we serve it to him. From his bottle, not from we don't have Blue Label. So we serve it to him, but the bottle is with the crew. On arrival, give him the bottle back. Thank you, Sawadee Ka, bye-bye. Okay, Miss Sapan 2, Sapan 1?
Okay.
Are you sure? You look very disappointed.
No.
No, we have to control everything on the aircraft. And this gets us the end of security. So we will go to dangerous goods. So, Mr. Pitch,
Yeah, teacher.
you know, dangerous goods is something good, but dangerous. Okay, good. You need it, but it's dangerous. What is dangerous in Thai?
dangerous
Yeah.
อันตราย
Yeah, something pantalai, but good. Okay, do you have something with you dangerous but good?
ไฟไหม้เหรอ
Now, do you have something dangerous with you but good?
แป๊บหนึ่งนะ teacher
Nothing with you dangerous?
insurance
Then July?
yes อันตราย
Okay, what is dangerous with you?
ไฟป่า
Sorry?
อ๋อมีด teacher
But meat? What is the dangerous of the meat? You can cook it and eat it.
ไหน
No, something dangerous with you now. Do you have anything dangerous with you?
teacher
You have a knife.
yes
You walk with a knife. That's very dangerous for you, not with you. Okay, yes, knife is dangerous. Of course, it's dangerous. You can kill someone or get killed. But the most dangerous you have with you, dangerous good, is the computer. The computer have a lithium battery. This battery is lithium. If this battery gets old, start to leak, it will send rays. It will destroy your health. Okay, many things are dangerous. Your watch, the watch have a lithium battery, small battery, long life. It is dangerous. If it breaks or leaks, it will start to be dangerous for you. Mobiles are very dangerous, lithium battery. We have many things which is dangerous. Okay, so let's watch this video first and then carry on.
Hi, I am Professor Orion, and I will be your facilitator for the Orion Learning Dangerous Goods Awareness course, along with Professor Learning.
Hi everyone, I am Professor Learning. Welcome aboard this journey in your pursuit to learn more about dangerous goods.
As part of this course, we shall answer the following questions. What are dangerous goods? Why should we be aware of dangerous goods? How do we identify and handle these goods safely?
The following modules shall answer these questions. Introduction to dangerous goods, provisions, classification, marking and labeling, handling and emergency procedures. Let's start with our first module, which will cover definition of dangerous goods, why are there rules and regulations for the safe transportation of dangerous goods by air, and who defines them?
Let's start by defining dangerous goods. Dangerous goods are articles or substances which are capable of posing a risk to health, safety, property, or the environment. A few examples of dangerous goods are pesticides, petrol, paint, gas cylinders, oven and drain cleaners, bleach, glues and aerosols are potentially dangerous goods.
To better understand the risk these dangerous goods pose, let's examine the following accident. 11th May 1996, Miami International Airport. A ValueJet flight was being prepared for takeoff. A cargo loader placed a few boxes of 144 out-of-date oxygen generators loosely packed in bubble wrap around an aircraft tire in the cargo hold. The aircraft starts to move towards the runway. This movement started the burning of one of the loosely packed oxygen generators, and subsequently all of them start burning. The surface of the metal generator got hotter and hotter. The box and the bubble wrap caught fire, which consumed everything in its path. The aircraft crashed and killed all on board. It was a clear definition of a dangerous goods mishandled by not following the laid down procedures. It was right from the shipper's part, who had delivered the dangerous goods to the airline, who had not followed the procedures supposed to be followed prior to handing over the dangerous goods to the airline. And also the airline had not followed the standard procedures for acceptance as well as handling of dangerous goods. Tragic.
Tragic indeed. To avoid such accidents and incidents, procedures for dangerous goods were formulated.
Professor, can you tell us who formulated these rules and regulations?
Certainly. The United Nations appointed 2 committees to submit their recommendations on the carriage of dangerous goods. They were Committee of Experts (COE) and International Atomic Energy Agency (IAEA). Based on the recommendations of these 2 committees, ICAO published the technical instructions along with Annexure 18 to the Chicago Convention, which is the basis of all regulations for the safe transport of dangerous goods by air. Based on the ICAO Technical Instructions (TI) and Annex 18, International Air Transport Association produces a user-friendly, easier to refer manual, which is used as a field document for safe transport of dangerous goods by the aviation industry. The Dangerous Goods Regulations (DGR) manual, published by IATA, is updated annually.
Strict regulations for the transportation of dangerous goods are required because it is almost impossible to take corrective action in flight. During air transport, shipments may be exposed to the following: extreme temperature differences, acceleration forces and vibration, changes in air pressure.
So, it is very important to be aware of and trained in dangerous goods as per local civil aviation regulations.
Professor, if these goods are so dangerous, then why carry them by air?
We need to carry dangerous goods on aircraft for reasons such as passenger comfort and convenience, safe operation of aircraft, commercial demand, and national emergency. On 28th October 1998, a passenger on a Northwest Flight 957 from Orlando, Florida to Memphis, Tennessee carried 2 gallons of a liquid with oxidizing and corrosive properties. This liquid was in 2 one-gallon plastic bottles and stored in an ice container. This corrosive and oxidizing liquid leaked in flight and contaminated 3 mail sacks and a large number of bags. On ground in Memphis, the cargo handlers overlooked this spillage as they thought it was water. They also transferred some bags to other Northwest flights, including Northwest Flight 7, which was departing for Seattle, Washington. When Northwest Flight 7 reached Seattle, 2 bags in the cargo compartment were burning. Due to this incident, several people required treatment. Northwest estimated that the total cost of the damage more than $40,000.
Now that we are aware of the hazards and risks of dangerous goods, I'm certain we shall be more careful and vigilant in handling them. However, our passengers may not be aware of the dangers and may unknowingly carry dangerous goods in hand luggage or checked-in baggage. Hence, we need to spread awareness amongst our passengers of dangerous goods through signages, posters, pamphlets and tickets.
So, in this module, we have learned the definition of dangerous goods. Why are there rules and regulations for the safe transportation of dangerous goods by air, and who defines them? Thank you.
Okay, so now we want to define what is dangerous goods. Okay. So dangerous goods are articles or substances which can pose a risk to health, safety, property, or the environment. Okay, Miss Nadia,
Yes,
if I ask
teacher.
you what are dangerous goods, what will you tell me?
Again, please.
If I ask you what are dangerous goods?
Article or subtrain which
Substances.
substances which can pose a risk to health, safety, property, or the environment.
Good. So this is the definition of dangerous goods. Miss Peo,
Yes, teacher.
what are dangerous goods, Miss Peo?
Dangerous good is article or substance which can pose a risk to health, safety, property, or the environment.
Very good. So this is it can destroy your health, like with this rays in the lithium battery, okay? Or safety, if there is a fire, this dangerous good can start. You've seen in the aircraft, they put two chemicals next to each other, it started a fire. Sometimes these chemicals, if it moves, it can start a fire. Some chemicals, if you put water, it can start a fire. So safety, property destroy the whole building, the whole ownership and environment. Okay, so UN number. The United Nations has made a list, a book with all the dangerous goods. This book has 4 digits. Every dangerous good has 4 digits. So UN numbers are 4 digits. 4 digits means it could be 0001, 0002, maybe 4444. This is 4 digits. It starts with UN 0001 and ends with UN 3500. If you get this book, it shows the danger of each item. For instance, if you say oxygen, oxygen is dangerous goods. Maybe it's under UN 3210. So you open the book on UN 3210, it will tell you what is the danger of having the oxygen in this place. What should you not put next to the oxygen bottles? It tells you everything about it. So if I ask you what is UN number, you tell me it's a 4 digits. And it starts with UN 0001 and ends with UN 3500. Ms. Sapantu,
Yeah, teacher.
your voice is getting lower and lower. Don't be scared, talk loud, don't worry. What is UN number, Ms. Sapantu?
Again, teacher.
What are the UN numbers?
For digits
number. 4 digit means number. We say 2 digits means 2 and 1 digit number.
For digits number, this identify from UN 0001.
And ends with
UN
Three. 5
3500
0 0.
00.
Miss Sapan, can you repeat again the number?
UN 35 00 lives.
You either say 3500 or you say 3500 or you say 3500. But I never heard 3500. So you say 3500 or 3500. Okay. Miss Nam, what is UN number, Miss Nam?
4
Digit.
digit number. And UN number range from UN 0001 and UN 3500.
Up to UN 3500. So this is the UN number. It tells, this book tells us all about the dangerous goods. Okay? So you can see from here till now, they find out 3,500 items, which is dangerous goods. Okay? They are good, but dangerous. Now, the next one is no talk or no tag. No talk is notification to the captain. It's a form like this one. The ground staff have to fill it and give it to the captain before the flight. The captain will read it and accept it. If he accepts it, he will sign. If he does not accept it, he will tell the ground staff to change. Don't put them at the front, put them at the back. Don't put them at the back, put them in the middle. He will tell them what he wants. He can tell them, no, today you cannot put any dangerous goods. I have too much meat with me. So it's up to the captain. So what is no talk or no tag? It's a notification to the captain informing him where the dangerous goods are loaded. Okay. So if I ask Miss Pin, what are dangerous goods? Not talk, Miss Pin, sorry. Very good. Okay, Mr. Beam. Mr. Beam?
Yeah, teacher.
What is no talk or no tag, Mr. Beam?
A notification to the captain inform the flight about the dangerous good loaded on board.
So you see, the captain is the only one, when he giving them this form, he reads and he looks. Okay, he can accept it, he can change it, or he can reject it, no, take it out. I cannot fly with dangerous goods today because I have other item which can make a big hassle on board. Okay, is that clear? Any questions? Now, there are some dangerous goods which we cannot carry on a passenger plane. Some dangerous goods we cannot carry with a passenger. Like, for instance, weapons. If you have a bomb, you cannot put it with a passenger. If it blows, kills everybody. Grenades. All these things we cannot use. They have to go on a special cargo plane, or they can go on a cargo ship, but they cannot travel with passenger. Now, this is more important. How many classes of dangerous goods? I'm not going to teach the subdivisions. I'm only going to teach the classes, because this is more to do with cabin crew. Now, there are 9 classes of dangerous goods. Miss Cook, how many classes of dangerous goods?
9 class.
Very good. So only 9 classes of dangerous goods. We have 9 classes of dangerous goods. And please don't get confused between classes of dangerous goods and classes of fire. We have 4 classes of fire, but 9 classes of dangerous goods. Okay? Don't think about both together. If you think them both together, you will make many mistakes. So 9 classes of dangerous goods. How to identify the dangerous goods? How to know the dangerous goods? We know the dangerous good by 3 things. They have diamond shape. This shape, we call it diamond shape. They have different colors. You see, they all have colors different. And they have the class number. At the bottom of each diamond shape, you will find number 1 is class 1, number 2 is class 2, this one is class 5, this one is class 9. So how to identify the dangerous goods? Mr. Owen, how to identify the classes of dangerous goods? Mr. Owen.
Hi, teacher.
Sorry to wake you up. Are you okay?
Oh, okay.
Okay, how to identify dangerous goods, Mr. Owen? Number 1.
Number 1. Or level diamond shape.
Diamond.
Diamond.
You know the diamond you give to the ladies when you marry her? Diamond shape. Number 2.
Number 2, multi-color, different colors.
Good. Number 3.
Class number.
So you can see at the bottom of each label there is a number. Please tell us the number of dangerous goods. Okay. Ms. Garfield. How to identify dangerous goods, Ms. Garfield?
Yes, teacher. Again, please.
How to identify dangerous goods?
Three things. 1, labels are diamond shape. 2, labels are diamond shape.
Good.
2, multi-color, different colors. 3, class number.
Okay, good. So this is how we identify dangerous goods. Diamond shape, multicolor, and class number at the bottom. Okay, any questions? Okay, let's go now to dangerous good classes. Class 1 dangerous goods is explosives. Explosives, you know, like bombs, fireworks, all these things are explosives. Number 2, flammable gases. Gases which are flammable, can catch fire, like oxygen. Oxygen is dangerous goods. We carry oxygen on board. We need it. Maybe passenger cannot breathe, so we give him oxygen. So number 2, flammable gases. Number 3, flammable liquids. Now here is the confusion with classes of fire. In classes of fire, this is class B fire, but here is class 3, flammable liquids, like kerosene, petrol, all these are flammable liquids. Number 4, flammable solid. Flammable solid like matches, mekin. I cannot remember what they told me, but we'll come to it later. Number 5, oxidizing substance, things to do with washing. When you want some acid to clean your clothes to make it more bright, you put chlorine or bleach. Number 6, toxic. Toxic means poison. It could be arsenic, it could be bacteria. Even now we have the new bacteria, this corona can be added to class 6. Dangerous goods. Class 7 radioactive, the lithium battery in your mobile, in your computer. This is class 7 dangerous goods. Class 8 corrosive, something with the acid, like the battery, car battery, we put acid for the battery to work, or mercury. Class 9 is miscellaneous. Miscellaneous is every other thing which is not included in the above, like dry ice, or dry ice, or magnet. Magnet you call in Thai malik. Okay. So let's go to Miss Beam. Miss Beam,
Yes, teacher.
what is class 1 dangerous goods, Miss Beam?
First one, explosive.
Good.
Class 2, flammable gases.
Gases. Good.
Class 3, flammable liquid.
Very good.
Class 4, flammable solid.
Very good.
5,
5.
Oxidizing substance. Oxidizing substance.
Good. Things to do with washing. You know, when you put bleach in the washing machine to make your clothes more clean, more bright. Okay.
Class 6, toxic substances.
Toxic is poison. Poison, like the one you give to the mouse to kill the mouse, arsenic. You put for the food so the mouse eat it and die. Or bacteria. You know, like corona, any bacteria, infectious bacteria. Okay, number 7.
Radioactive material.
Materials, radioactive materials like lithium battery, the one in your mobile, in your computer, all these are radioactive. Okay.
Class 8, corrosive.
Corrosive is the one which you put the acid you put for your car battery. You know, the battery in the car, you put corrosive, or mercury. What is mercury in time is Beam.
Material.
Mercury. You know, thermometer, when you want to get your temperature, they put the thermometer in your mouth. In Thailand, you put it under your armpit, and then they say, oh, 36.6 good, 38 not good. What is mercury in Thai?
A lot.
Palon, okay. Number 9.
9, miscellaneous dangerous.
Miscellaneous.
Dangerous good.
No, repeat. Miscellaneous.
Miscellaneous.
Like,
Dangerous.
like dry ice. The dry ice is dangerous good. It can cut your hand. Or when it evaporates, you get too much carbon dioxide. If you breathe, you will die. Or the magnet is malik. It can disturb the aircraft compass. You know compass? North, south, east, west. The captain, when he flies, he sees the compass. What is compass in Thai?
Compass.
Yeah, you have a compass, you look, oh, north, this is north, this is south, this is east, this is west. If you want to go, you put, okay, I'm going north. Okay, I'm going east. What is compass in Thai?
Compass.
Miss Cook is saying something. Miss Cook, what is compass in Thai?
เข็มทิศ
Sorry?
เข็มทิศ
Impit.
เข็ม
North, south, east, west. Impit. Okay. Thank you, Mr. Owen.
You're welcome.
Very good. I'll give you a break for 15 minutes. Come back at 1:45. 1:45. 2 minutes. One minute. Okay, we shall start now. So we spoke about the classes of dangerous goods, and we said there are 9 classes. Identify each class. Now, let's carry on from where we stopped. So let's start with Miss Nurse. Miss Nurse.
Yes.
Explosive is which class, Miss Nurse?
Class 1.
You see the grenades, the bombs, the fireworks, ammunition, all these are explosives. Okay, Miss Cat. Miss Cat.
Yeah, teacher.
Flammable solids are which class, Miss Cat?
Class 2.
Wrong answer, Miss Cat. Flammable solids.
Class 4, teacher, class 4.
Class 4. You see here is matches, dry battery. The battery dry is class 4. Why? Because it has sulfur. It can cause harm to the health. Miss Saipan 1. Miss Saipan 1.
Yeah, teacher.
Radioactive is which class, Miss Saipan 1?
Class 7.
Correct, class 7. This is the lithium batteries, long life batteries. Next one is Mr. Peach. Mr. Peach. Flammable gases. Which class, Mr. Peach?
Class 2.
Correct. You see the aerosol and even the hairsprays. You put fire next to it, it will explode. CO2 gas containers, all lighter filling, all these are class 2. Miss Nadia.
Yeah, teacher.
Oxidizing agent is which class?
Class 5.
Correct. You see here like bleaching powder, the things you put on the washing to make it clean, cleaner, more brighter, and chlorine. This all will harm your hand. Now, Miss Bew.
Yes, teacher.
Corrosive is which class, Miss Bew?
Class 8.
Good. You see, this is the battery for the car battery because you put acid inside or mercury. You know mercury for the thermometer. Next one is Miss Sapan 2.
Class 3, teacher.
Flammable liquids. Oh, you said before I ask you, that's good. flammable liquids. Like you see here, this is petrol, paint. What is paint in Thai? Miss Sapan 2. Paint.
C.
Paint is P.
C.
C, yeah, I thought they told me something different in the morning. Next one is Miss Fern. Miss Fern is absent. Miss Nam. Miss Nam.
Yes, teacher.
Poison is which class, Miss Nam?
Class
Toxic. Poison is toxic.
caustic.
Okay. You see this poison for the mouse, poison to commit suicide. All these are poisoning substance. Now, Miss Pin, other items is class what, Miss Pin? Like, see, magnet. What is magnet in Thai? And dry ice. Okay, these are all class 9. Okay, let's carry on. So now I will tell you the class 1, you tell me what it is and give me example. Mr. Bean.
Yeah, teacher.
Class 1 is what?
Explosive.
Give me example.
Firework.
And flares. You know the one you use in Christmas when you make the fireworks? Okay, next one is Miss Cook. Class
Yes.
2 is what, Miss Cook?
Gas,
Give me example.
nitrogen, oxygen.
Good. Now, Mr. Owen. Class 3, Mr. Owen.
Flammable liquid.
Give me example.
Paint, adhesives,
Adhesives.
alcohol, kerosene.
You see here it's class 2. Paint. Sorry, class 3. Paint.
Paint.
E. Okay. Now let us move then. Class 4, Miss Garfield.
Yes, teacher. Flammable solids.
Give me example.
Matches. Magnesium. Sulfur.
Sulfur.
Again, please.
Sulfur.
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 Very good. Correct? No, correct. What is matches in Thai?
Teacher.
May something fine?
Lego.
No, you told me this morning. My something fine?
Match.
Match. So what's match in Thai?
My kid I.
My kid 5, very good.
Yeah.
Okay. Now Miss Beam again, class 5.
Oxidizing substance and bleaching agent.
Bleaching agent.
Bleaching agent.
Class 6, Miss Pindao.
Yes, toxic and infectious.
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 Substances.
Substance.
Give me example.
Pesticides.
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 Yes, the thing they kill, you know, the Maling Sab? Maling Sab? You know Maling?
Pesticide.
Yeah, you know Maling Sab?
ยาฆ่าแมลง
Cockroach. You know cockroach?
No.
My translator, Mr. What is cockroach is Maling Sab. What is Maling Sab in Thai?
แมลงสาบ
Cockroach. Okay, pesticides to kill the Maling Sab. Arsenic is poison. Cyanide is poison. And as well as bacteria here. Infectious means bacteria or virus. Like now we are all suffering from the virus. Next one is nurse.
Yes.
Plus
Radioactive material.
Such as?
Lithium battery.
This is the long life battery. The one in your watch, in your computer, in your mobile is the lithium battery. Class 8, Miss Cat.
corrosive,
Give me example.
battery fuel and
Fluid.
what teacher?
Fluid.
Fruit,
No, fluid.
fruit,
No, fluid.
fruit,
No, fluid.
fruit, it,
Fluid.
fluid,
Good. And
mercury,
good. So battery, fluid, and mercury. Miss Sapan 1, class 9.
Class 9. Miscellaneous dangerous goods.
Very good. Miscellaneous dangerous goods. Example?
Dry ice, magnet.
Good. Okay. So let's see the classes of dangerous goods now.
Despite the notices, some people still flaunt the regulations. It is vital that not just the check-in agent, but everyone is alert to the dangers and aware of the action to take.
Mercury thermometer.
Yes, the thermometer, yeah, indeed. Now this shouldn't be on board, in fact, should it?
Apart from the accepted articles, only aircraft equipment and supplies required aboard an aircraft for its operation can be carried without being packaged, marked, labelled, and stowed according to the regulations.
There are 9 classes of dangerous goods. 8 of them carry hazard warning labels, which put them into particular categories. Class 9 includes a large number of other dangerous goods, which cannot be categorized and do not have a particular label. Instead, Class 9 items are identified in other ways.
The labels identify the hazard by symbol and color. Some classes have divisions. Each class or division has a number. The class or division number is shown on the bottom corner of the label.
When there are two hazards which require labels, the label identifying the lesser or sub has no number shown on it. Some consignments may need special labels. If a label says "this way up," it is obvious that the package must be stored this way up. Magnetized materials must not be loaded in such a position that they will affect the direct reading magnetic compasses or the master detector units of the aircraft. This consignment is too dangerous to be carried on passenger aircraft, so it has to be carried on the main deck of freighter aircraft, where access to it can be gained in flight. Anyone who has dealings with cargo or passengers should know these labels and their meanings. They tell you why they are dangerous and how they should be carried. Two seemingly harmless ingredients, but mix them together and you get some very different results. Some mixtures will catch fire, others will explode or give off toxic fumes. While some require a spark to set them off, others require only a drop of water, or they may even require nothing at all. In all these experiments, one of the constituents was considered too weak to be classified dangerous goods. You don't have to be a genius to work out the results of two real hazards coming together in an aircraft full of passengers. There are a number of classes which react dangerously with each other. This table summarizes them. An X at an intersection of two classes indicates that they must not be loaded together. For example, Class 5 must not be loaded next to Classes 1, 3, 4 or 8. Or Class 8 loaded next to 1, 4 or 5.
You don't have to memorize this table. There's a copy of it here in the IATA Dangerous Goods Regulations, which, as I said earlier, is in the aircraft library.
Whether dangerous goods are loaded into ULDs or bulk loaded onto an aircraft, these segregation rules apply. Separation has to be maintained by loading other cargo between the classes. There are also specific loading rules applicable to individual classes. Radioactive materials, for instance, must be loaded and stored so that sufficient distance is kept between them and passengers, live animals and film. The regulations contain minimum distances which must be adhered to. It is also obvious that poisons must never be loaded next to food.
Besides specifying how dangerous goods should be packed, marked, labelled and loaded, the regulations also set down which group of people is responsible for what.
It is the shipper's duty to identify and classify any dangerous article and to pack, mark and label them correctly. A signed declaration that he has done so must accompany any consignment that arrives at the cargo acceptance point. The regulations make the operator's acceptance staff responsible for checking each package on its arrival. A checklist is used to ensure a package complies with the regulations for type, marks and labelling. If there is incorrect information, or any sign of damage, the package must be refused. Where cargo handling staff are responsible for loading ULDs, they are also responsible for ensuring that any dangerous goods are properly secured and segregated inside. They must check each package for signs of damage before they load it. However minor it may look, any sign of damage and the package must not be loaded onto an aircraft, whether in a ULD or individually. Although damage may look slight on the outside, who knows what's going on inside?
Okay. So these are the 9 classes of dangerous goods. Now, we are going to talk about dangerous goods the passenger can take with him on board. First thing is alcoholic beverage. You know, the passenger can buy alcohol from the duty-free, from the aircraft duty-free. He can buy lots of alcohol according to the country he's going. Some countries allow 1 bottle, some countries allow 2 bottles. So he can carry whatever the country allows. Number 2 is non-radioactive medical or toilet articles. Something like hairspray. What is the mouse here? Hairspray. So your hairspray is dangerous goods. Why? If it comes next to a fire, it will explode. It will just burst. Or perfume. Or cologne. And any medicine containing alcohol. Okay, so we stop by Mr. Pitch.
Yeah, teacher.
What is the difference between perfume and cologne?
Again, please.
What's the difference between perfume and cologne? Here, this is perfume, and this is cologne.
Spray, perfume, colognes, and medicine.
Sorry?
Cologne.
Perfume is very strong smell. Okay? If you put 1 drop of perfume, the ladies put on her face, the whole university will smell. It's very strong, very expensive, very, very expensive. Small bottle like this, big, might cost something like $500. Cologne is daily use. They spray, you going to office, you spray the cologne, and it's cheaper, much cheaper than the perfume. Maybe a big bottle of cologne costs about $150. But perfume is small bottle, maybe $500. Okay, so this is the difference between them. Small carbon dioxide gas cylinder. These are the ones sometimes they use when they go on trips to the desert or to the forest, and they stay there. They can use it to cook and use for other things. Dry ice. Dry ice, although it's dangerous, but they allow the passenger to take dry ice. Maybe like something nice in Thailand, seafood, they want to take them home. They cannot take them fresh because it will get spoiled. So they put dry ice, get frozen, they can take it with them. Okay, but they put a limit for the passenger, 2 kilograms. The only thing is that if the aircraft is doing a turnaround, maybe Bangkok, Singapore, Bangkok, so they need to bring the food with them, not ordering food in Singapore. They will use the dry ice to make it stay longer, freeze it and keep it longer. So that's why the airline can use a lot of dry ice, but the passenger only 2 kilograms. Safety matches. Now, I think it was Miss Sapanwan. No, not Sapanwan. Miss Cat, I think. Here, this is the matches. Mikey Fun. Okay. Passenger can carry with them the matches, but only one packet, not carrying a whole box because it could be dangerous. So matches, passenger can carry with them. The next one is cardiac pacemaker, this one. Some passenger have problem with the heart. Miss Nadia, what is heart in Thai?
Yeah, teacher. Again, please.
What is heart in Thai? Heart.
หัวใจ
Okay. Some people have problem with the heart. The heart beats, boom, 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 is very irregular. Something wrong with the heart. So they have this cardiac pacemaker. The doctor will open, put it inside, and stitch. It remains inside. Okay? Why? To control the heartbeats. Now, this is dangerous good. Why? It has a lithium battery as well, long life battery. But the problem is, if they go through the metal detector, you know, there is a door which detects all the metal. When you go to fly, you pass through the metal detector, it goes teet, 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 teet. The custom guy, security guy will tell you, take off your watch. Then you go again, teet, 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 take off your belt. Then you go again, take off your shoes. So this is, if they cannot pass with the cardiac pacemaker, it might stop. So if the passenger have the cardiac pacemaker, he must tell security, must. Otherwise, it might stop. Okay. The next one is hair curls. Hair curls like this one to get the hair down. In the Far East, you don't need it because your hair grow down. In the middle, in the Africa, we need it because they need the hair to go down. Okay. The next one is wheelchair. But if you tell me wheelchair, it's wrong because this one, the dangerous good wheelchair, is the one with the battery powered. It has a battery like the car battery. So battery powered wheelchair is dangerous goods. The next one is the barometer. This one to tell you the temperature outside. Today you say it's very hot, it's 38 degrees centigrade. The barometer shows 38 degrees centigrade. Why is dangerous good? Because it has mercury. The mercury goes up and down to show you the temperature. And then we have the two small carbon dioxide cylinders. This is on the life jacket. Some passengers go swimming, vacation, especially if they come to Thailand or they go to some countries on the beach side, they carry their own life jacket. They can take it with them. So it has the carbon dioxide cylinder. And thermometer. Thermometer is the one which tells you the temperature of your body. Now they make it the new, since Corona, they make the new gun. But normally the thermometer is the one you put in your mouth or under your armpit. The next one is oxygen cylinder, the one you use for deep sea diving. When you go deep sea diving, use the oxygen cylinder. And the last one is electronic devices, which has the lithium battery. This can be in watches, laptop computers, calculators, cameras, cellular phones, and all these items. So these are the dangerous goods a passenger may carry with him on board the aircraft when he's flying. So let's ask Miss Bew. Miss Bew,
Yes, teacher.
if I tell me 10 dangerous good items the passenger can carry with him on the aircraft, what will you tell me?
One, alcohol beverage.
Good. Number one, alcohol beverage. Number two,
Radioactive.
radioactive. What radioactive?
Or toilet article.
Sorry?
Toilet article. Number two.
Number two, radioactive, you can say to me like perfume, hairspray.
Oh, okay, teacher.
Okay, which one do you want?
Perfume.
So this is two now. I want 10, Miss Bew.
Three, carbon dioxide gas.
Carbon dioxide gas cylinder for cooking. Number three. So now you gave me three.
Number four, dry ice.
Dry ice, very good. Number four.
Safety matches or rider intended.
Good. Number five, safety matches.
Number five, radio is topic, right?
Isotopic. You can say cardiac pacemaker. Cardiac means something to do with the heart. And don't ask me what is heart again. I cannot remember the word. It's very difficult in time.
Okay, teacher.
So now you gave me six.
Seven, hair curl, right?
Hair curls, this one, to make the hair straight. You don't need it here because most of the Far East, all your hair is straight. Okay, next one.
And eight, wheelchair or battery power.
Very good. It has to be battery powered.
Nine,
Number nine.
mercurial barometer.
Barometer, this one. Number 10.
Number 10, dioxide cylinder fit, right?
No, you can tell me only this.
Or life jacket.
Life jacket, it has a small carbon dioxide cylinder. You can tell me thermometer. Okay, Miss Bew, choose someone to repeat.
Miss Garfield.
Who's me?
Miss Garfield.
Oh, Miss Garfield. I thought me, Garfield. Okay, Miss Garfield, give me 10 items. A passenger can get dangerous good items. They are dangerous but good, which a passenger can carry with him on board.
1, alcohol.
Good.
2, hairspray. Perfume. Cologne.
Very good. Now you said 4.
3, small carbon dioxide gas.
Carbon dioxide cylinder. Okay, number 6.
Dry ice.
Dry ice, good. Number 7.
Safety matches or lighter intended.
Very good. Number 8.
Cardiac pacemakers.
Very good. Number 9.
Hair curls.
Hair curls.
Hair curls.
Do you know what's hair curls?
ที่ม้วนผม
You don't need it in the Far East. You know, to make the hair straight. No, you don't need. In the Far East, you don't need. Your hair is going down normally. But in Africa, everybody's hair is going up. Okay.
Wheelchairs or battery power.
It must be battery. If you said wheelchair only, it's wrong. Because we have the wheelchair manual, but this one is battery powered. It works with a battery. The passenger don't have to roll it. Okay, next one.
Mercurial barometer.
Barometer. Okay.
Barometer.
Mercury works with mercury. Okay, good.
Thank you.
Any questions? Now, if someone has a dangerous good hidden, I want you to read it. Don't stress on it. It's not that important. Okay. Now, the last one I'm going to show to you is another video, and it's very important because it covers everything in dangerous goods. So watch it carefully, and then most of you will repeat.
The IATA Dangerous Goods Regulations prohibit the carriage of goods as hand or checked baggage that could cause significant risk to health and the safety of the aircraft. These are classed as dangerous goods. Despite warnings on posters, at travel agents, on tickets and at check-in counters, passengers still carry dangerous goods. As well as committing a criminal offence which may result in prosecution, passengers failing to comply with these regulations not only put themselves in danger, but also jeopardize other aircraft occupants. The consequences of allowing dangerous goods on board aircraft can be catastrophic. This program will show some of the most common types of dangerous goods and what action to take should there be an incident involving such items. Although many of these items are safe in normal surroundings, they can present a hazard when carried by air. The incidents you're about to see are less obvious items of dangerous goods and are all filmed within the check-in area.
Afternoon, travelling to Boston today. Tickets and passport, thanks very much.
Ground staff of what are classed as dangerous goods to prevent them being allowed on board the aircraft.
Bag. And did you pack it yourself? I did. Have you left it unattended at any time at all? And has anybody asked you to carry anything on their behalf? No.
In the event of any breaches, however, cabin crew must be equally aware in case they're taken on board by passengers. For ease of understanding, the program is divided into the following sections. 1. Dangerous goods. 2. Certain items that passengers can carry subject to conditions. 3. What to do upon discovery of dangerous goods which become involved in an incident. As a guide, the following types of bag could contain items to look out for. Rucksacks and camping baggage. These could contain methylated spirits, camping gas and flares. Unusually strong attaché cases, which could contain adhesives or industrial samples. Wooden or fiberboard boxes, metal flasks or containers which could contain paint, thinners, solvents, chemicals and infectious substances. Dangerous goods are Class 1, explosives such as fireworks, flares and toy cap guns. Class 2, gases such as oxygen cylinders, fire extinguishers, gas refills for lighters, gas refills for hair curlers and aerosols. Class 3, flammable liquids which include petrol, lighter fuel, paint thinners and white spirits. Class 4, flammable and reactive materials such as firelighters and non-safety matches. Class 5, oxidizing materials which include bleach, peroxides and disinfectant. Class 6, poisons and infectious substances such as arsenic, vaccines and bacteria. Class 7, any radioactive material. Class 8, corrosives such as mercury in thermometers, acids, photographic developers and car batteries. Class 9, miscellaneous materials such as dry ice and magnetized materials. The examples shown are not exhaustive, but are representative of the most common types of dangerous goods you may encounter.
Part 2. Certain items that passengers can carry subject to conditions. Alcoholic beverages are allowed, but not to exceed 70% alcohol by volume when packed in containers of less than 5 litres. Aerosols for medical or toiletry use are allowed, not exceeding half a litre each, with a maximum per passenger of 2 litres. Hair curlers containing a gas not more than 1 per passenger, and they must not be used in flight, and the cover must be fitted over the heating element. Refills are not permitted to be carried in any circumstances. Dry ice to pack perishable items, for instance, is allowed, but must not exceed 2 kilograms per passenger. The approval of the airline must be given for dry ice to be carried on board. Battery-powered wheelchairs are allowed, but special conditions apply as they contain spillable-type batteries. Special conditions then apply to make the wheelchair safe. Safety matches or a lighter are permitted when carried by a passenger. They are not permitted in carry-on or checked baggage. Small carbon dioxide cylinders for oxygen or medical use are allowed, as well as those fitted to a life jacket, with 1 spare allowed. And finally, a medical or personal thermometer is allowed, providing it is for the passenger's own use and is stored in a protective case. Dangerous goods can be carried as cargo, with special conditions and only if accompanied by a NOTAC. This is a document giving detailed information on the items being carried. Stringent requirements and prior notification are required. The captain will be able to find detailed information on the NOTAC, which could be vital to the fire rescue services should an emergency situation arise. Part 3. What to do upon the discovery of dangerous goods which become involved in an incident. If an item is producing dangerous chemical fumes or gases, then the following drill should be carried out. Ask passengers in the vicinity to identify what it is and its hazards. Passengers may be able to give guidance on how to deal with the substance. Immediately inform the senior crew member and captain and keep them advised throughout the incident of action taken and its effectiveness.
One of the passengers has been seriously injured.
I'm being dealt with at the moment and Rob's attending to it.
All right, sir, I will divert. You keep me informed on what's happening down the cabin and I'll come back to you.
Okay, I'll keep you informed.
The area of initial leakage should be mopped up using dry paper towels or dry cloths, but not water, as this may react with any spillages. Consider distributing wet towels or headrest covers to protect passengers.
Get your heads down as low as possible and breathe normally.
Miss Blue, are you sleeping?
Always protect your hands and skin by wearing gloves and a jacket. If fumes are present, move passengers and consider donning a smoke hood. Ensure that others use wet cloths or towels. Isolate the item and place in a plastic bag to avoid any spillages. This bag should then be placed in another bag. Put your gloves on top of the second bag. Secure the item by removing it to a toilet area, as any fumes still leaking will be directed outside the aircraft rather than recirculated into the cabin via air conditioning. The area must be monitored for the remaining part of the flight, and if there is a risk of fire, then any relevant equipment must be to hand. The name and address of the passenger involved are to be taken, and ground staff are to be informed upon arrival for notification to regulatory authorities. In the event of a serious incident, the captain will make a decision to divert and land at the nearest available airport as soon as possible. The appropriate fire or smoke removal emergency procedure will be carried out, which will help to reduce fumes and avoid recirculation of contaminated air.
Norman QRH, please, and smoke removal procedure.
It is vital that check-in staff and cabin crew are vigilant at all times, not only at check-in and boarding, but throughout the flight as well. It is every employee's duty to question any passenger who you may consider could be carrying an item of dangerous goods.
Okay, so now we want the last part, dangerous goods leaking. Okay, Miss Nam,
Yes,
what,
teacher.
what is leaking in Thai?
Leaking.
Load, dripping.
I don't know.
Miss Garfield, what is leaking in Thai?
ร่วงรั่วลงมา
Luan Ma. Okay, so now I want Miss Nam to listen carefully because you will be the first to repeat after me. Okay, I will say it once. If you did not understand, tell me to repeat because you are going to say it later, okay? Now, if the dangerous good is leaking, Luat Ma, what do you do? Number one, take the passenger away from the area. You want the passenger not to sit, take him away. Number two, inform the senior and the captain. Captain must be informed about everything. So inform the senior and the captain. Number three, wear jacket, gloves, and smoke hood. Wear jacket, gloves, and smoke hood. Why wear jacket? So that the dangerous good will not touch your hand and burn it. Okay? Number four, clean the area with dry towel or dry paper. It has to be dry, not wet. Okay? So clean the area with dry towel or dry paper. Put the items in plastic bag. Put the items inside the plastic bag. Put the plastic bag in another plastic bag. In another plastic bag. And then put the gloves on top of the second bag. Put the gloves on top of the second bag and tie it. Put the bag in the lavatory, in the toilet. Lock the toilet. Stand by with the halon extinguisher. Stand by with the halon extinguisher. Distribute or give passenger in the area wet towels and put their heads down. And then give first aid for the passenger. Clear, Miss Nam, or you want me to repeat?
Again, please, teacher.
Don't worry, you have the right. Let's start again. If I'm going fast, Miss Nam, stop me, tell me stop, repeat when I go fast, okay?
Okay.
Good. Number one, move the passenger from the area. Number two, inform senior and captain. Number three,
I inform again, please.
inform senior and captain.
Okay.
Wear jacket, smoke hood, and gloves. Okay, clean the area with dry paper or dry towel.
Clean the area and
With dry
paper
or dry towel.
Dry towel.
Okay?
Okay.
Put the items, the dry paper and dry towel after you clean, put them in a plastic bag. Put the items in a plastic bag.
Put the item on
In
in the plastic bag.
bag. Put the plastic bag in another plastic bag.
Put
Put the